Joined now by Chris Black, co-owner of Century Mill Lumber. Chris, thanks very much for coming on the show.
Hi, Andrew. How are you doing today?
Very good. Just give us an idea of what kind of a business you're running there. I mean, how would you differ from a big box store? Do you just do lumber, or how does that work?
Yeah, so here at Century Mill Lumber, we're a specialty wood supplier. We have over 70 different types of woods. We carry domestic and exotic hardwoods, as well as specialty softwoods, pine, Douglas fir, cedar, hemlock. We do really focus on the wood itself. So we're not getting into screws, nails, any of that stuff. I'm just a woodman through and through, as they say.
Tell us, I mean, start off by talking about generic lumber, the stuff that gets traded on the futures markets. Are customers shocked by these prices? Are they still buying?
Yeah, so obviously customers are very shocked by the prices. Obviously, the one nice thing is the media is talking a lot about what is going on. So I think some of the shock is eased in the sense that people do know and have an idea of what the prices are doing. So it's not like they're calling out of the blue and just acting completely flabbergasted. A lot of people have an idea of what's going on, so they do know when they call. But I do think that it is difficult to prepare yourself for some of the numbers that we're seeing here in terms of where the prices are at. Even I sit here every day and I've been, buy lumber all the time. And when I personally get shocked, I can just imagine what homeowners are feeling when they're getting me telling them the same news, right?
And have all grades of lumber gone up? I mean, I think you said you do fancier, more exotic for interior work, red cedar and stuff like that, I guess. Have all grades of lumber tended to go up?
Yeah, pretty much everything's going up. For the longest time, the hardwood lumber had not really gone up much outside of white oak. White oak's very popular right now in the design industry. So because of that, the prices of that were going up just because of the demand for the product. You'd also seen kind of small increments here and there in walnut and species like that, but you hadn't really seen much change in red oak, ash. But now you're seeing a change in everything: plywood, hardwoods, softwoods. Pine is insane right now. Not even just just everything with pine. It's just crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like this. They used to come in begging me to buy trucks of pine. And now when I want to buy a truck of pine, I can't buy a truck of pine. They say, no, sorry, I can't sell you a truck of pine. Well, last year you were begging me to buy a truck of pine. Now I can't. So it's very frustrating on our end at the retail level because you obviously want to have shelves filled with wood to sell your customers. And it's really kind of changed the business, In the past, what you would do is you would purchase lumber hoping that people would come in to buy it. Now you purchase lumber and then you have a list of 30 people who want to buy it. So by the time you get to the 15th guy, half the time it's gone already.
We had on our show yesterday Art Doman, who heads up Canwell Building Materials, and he argued that over the years, excuse me, lumber has just been too cheap. And consumers got used to lumber that was underpriced. Let's have a listen to what he said. I'd love to get your reaction.
For a lot of years, the producers lose money and lumber's costed below where it should be. So we're into this surge now for the first time in probably over 30 years where it's this strong, maybe never. And a lot of the time lumber is underpriced and that doesn't get out into the market or it doesn't make a lot of news. But because it's at the price that it is, everyone's talking about it. There's a lot of things on the internet, but if you've got to build something, go ahead and build it. I don't think anyone should change their plan just because lumber's moved up a fair amount. It might have been too cheap before, if I may just put it into those kind of terms.
What do you think, Chris? Over the years, was lumber too cheap?
I do think it was cheap, where there was a long time where the mills themselves were really struggling to kind of turn a profit. You see the big box stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, places like that, turning record profits, and the guys who are, producing the wood itself were sitting there saying, hey, what about me? And I think, now they're kind of getting a taste of profitability. I think a lot of that does stem from the fact that there were some big mill closures over the last few years. in the northeast part of North America. And, it obviously brought the supply levels down a little bit. And when you have that perfect storm of, demand being up here and supply being down here, the prices tend to rise just through that. And I think they are getting a taste of profitability for the first time. So, they're running with it. And you're not seeing it, like I said earlier, just with the people producing, more of the commodity type lumber. Everybody's trying to get in on the action now too.
And sorry, you touched on this, Chris, but in some cases you just don't have stock on the shelves for people. They come in looking for wood and you have to tell them sorry.
Yeah, it's very difficult because, I've been saying this to people for a while, but we get calls every single day from customers calling saying, hey, have you got your cedar yet? 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 And the frustrating part for me is not only that I have to keep saying, no, I don't have it, but, I don't know when I'm going to get it. And number two, I don't know what the price is going to be. So I can't tell you what your cost is going to be if I don't know what my cost is going to be. So it's very frustrating. You just can't give answers to people. And, as a consumer myself, there's nothing that's more frustrating to a consumer than not getting any answers. And it's not like I'm trying to be evasive purposefully, but we just cannot give them the answers if we don't have them ourselves, right?
I guess, guys, construction sites and that aren't going to be wasting wood like they might have in the past, just sending it to landfill.
Yes, I would say that people are holding on to it a little tighter than they probably have in the past. We joke sometimes with guys, if there's leftover wood, they should throw it on Kijiji.
Chris, thank you very much indeed. We'll talk soon. I really appreciate your giving us this time.